mysterious mysteries.
In the quiet community of Duikienin, Northudankton, there remains a mystery. A case that has gone cold, yet still lingers in the minds of many. A killer, elusive. The victims, small, unassuming, and silent. The crimes, unresolved. This is the story of the Duikienin Squirrel Slayer. Good evening. My name is Jonathan Freeman, and I'll be guiding you through the events of the Duikienin Squirrel Slayer case, step by step, as we piece together what we know, what remains unknown, and where the investigation stands today. The year was 2024. A series of brutal attacks on local squirrels sent shockwaves throughout Northudankton. 3 victims, all slain under disturbing circumstances. The first 2 were discovered with their skulls violently fractured and their brains missing. The third victim was never found. It was a beautiful September morning on the 20th. A cool breeze swept through the community. Citizens were just beginning their day, the local cat population stirring with activity. Then, an urgent call came through to the Northudankton Community Guard.
I really hate to say this. I think there's someone hanging right there.
Everyone paused. This had never happened before. The only prior criminal activity in Northudankton had been minor cat crime up to this point. This was different. The guard quickly arrived on scene to find the victim, a local squirrel, lifeless in the borough of North Duikienin. Its skull had been brutally crushed, its brain grotesquely exposed. The most shocking detail? Half of the brain appeared to have been eaten. Whether the victim had still been alive during the ordeal remains unknown, but the suffering must have been immense nonetheless. Investigators took note of the unsettling detail. The squirrel was found just outside the residence of Theodora von Whiskerworth, a local cat and, at the time, chairwoman of the Northudankton Assembly of Commoners. However, lacking concrete evidence, the investigation stalled. The following morning, the case would take a shocking turn. September 21st, 2024. Another distressing call reached the guard. Another squirrel had been slain. The scene was eerily similar, a massive head wound, and partially eaten brain. But this time, the victim was found inside Miss Whiskerworth's residence. Even more damningly, she was spotted standing over the body when the guard arrived. With no other suspects, the guard swiftly charged TV Whiskerworth with the murders. As news spread around the community, the Northudankton Broadcast Network sensationalized the case, dubbing the unknown assailant the Duikienin Squirrel Slayer. Shockingly, they identified Theo Whiskerworth as the prime suspect long before the case ever went to trial. This hasty labeling was controversial. By definition, a serial killer must be linked to at least 3 victims with a consistent modus operandi, a threshold that had yet to be met. Nonetheless, the damage was done. Public opinion had already swayed against Miss Whiskerworth before any evidence could be properly examined. The court case, officially filed as case number 24-3, the People of Northudankton v. TV Whiskerworth, saw fierce legal battles between the prosecution and defense. The trial formally began on September 27th, 2024, at 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time. The prosecution's argument? Both victims were found in close proximity to the Whiskerworth home. The second squirrel was inside her residence at the time of discovery. Miss Whiskerworth was caught sniffing the second victim at the crime scene, and cats have natural hunting instincts which may have contributed to a pattern of targeted violence. The defense argued that no direct evidence linked Whiskerworth to the killings, and that the case was built on circumstantial observations rather than forensic evidence. They argued the prosecution's handling of the case was rushed and biased due to media influence. Additionally, lack of forensic tools in Northudankton meant no DNA or conclusive biological evidence could be examined. The trial saw heated debates, including an infamous procedural dispute regarding the exact time zone designation for the trial, leading to unnecessary delays. However, the legal proceedings ultimately focused on the core issue. Was there enough evidence to convict? After many arguments, the court finally reached its decision at 6:46 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Not guilty. The lack of conclusive evidence, combined with the fact that no direct witness saw Miss Whiskerworth commit the crimes, led to an acquittal. The case was closed, leaving many in Northudankton unsatisfied and unsettled. The so-called Squirrel Slayer was never definitively identified. If you'd like to see more of Mysterious Mysteries Episode 1, subscribe to Norb Plus.